Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
Hey. This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, lyrics, artwork, and everything in between. And we're in good season right now. We are smack dab in the middle of good season on the podcast. And while you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. Go give us a follow. And if you didn't already know, my name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. So what are we doing today? What are we doing today on the podcast?
We're doing the Wednesday drag queens from Planet 13 and their album Horrifier.
This is fun already.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so yeah, we're doing Horrifier from Wednesday 13. This record just came out last year. This is good season. I've been wanting to do Wednesday 13 for a long time. We did Frankenstein Drag Queens a couple years ago, I believe, and you loved it, obviously, and you loved listening to all 9 of his solo records this week, right?
Did I like it?
You loved it.
I wouldn't say I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. I had a good time. It was something different, I guess.
All right. Well, then, what's your origin story with the Wednesday 13s?
I mean, like, my origin stories. As growing up, I saw him in concert, and he was obviously my fucking origin stories. You're dumbass listening to this shit, and I've been hating it for just as long as I've known you. Like, it's essentially like the day we met, I already fucking hated this band and this group and this artist and everything about it. So.
Yeah, you have.
That's it.
But things have changed. Things have changed over the last couple of years.
Things have changed, not dramatically. Well, I guess actually dramatically. Like never. After we graduated high school, I never in a million years would have thought that I would be owning a Wednesday 13 on the vinyls. Like that's fucking. You know what I mean? That's bizarre.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I never thought you would own one either, and then you surprised me.
You surprised me. I kept it a secret. I kept it a
secret, and you sent me that picture, and I was blown away. Fucking blown away that you bought this record.
That was a good day. That was a fucking good day. I bought BT Bam's Alaska, and I bought Wednesday 13 Horrifier.
That is a good fucking day, man.
Yep.
It's a good day to be a bad guy.
It's a good day to be a bad guy.
I've never dragged you to one of his shows, have I?
I don't think so. No, I would remember hating that.
Dude, I've seen him more than I would say any band I've ever seen. More than Bouncing Souls with you. I seriously think I've seen him more than any other band.
That's incredible.
Because his shows are always really cheap and they're a ton of fun. And I had to have drug you at some point because I've taken everybody else. I've dragged everybody else to their concerts. Annie, Tammy, fucking Chris, Sean. Like I've taken everybody.
Who else likes this that we know that I know?
No, Jessica.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was. I mean, really, for years, whenever I would go see him, her and I would go. And that's kind of how we kept our friendship alive for years. Was like we go see Wednesday every few months or once every 6 months or something. So not so much in recent years, but yeah, I mean, she's the only one I know outside of like some internet friends and people I've met at Wednesday 13 shows that I know who like him, So I don't know. My origin story is the Murder Dolls. When the first record came out, being a huge Slipknot fan, being a huge Joey Jordison fan, I found out, oh my God, he plays guitar in a band that's nothing like Slipknot. And I went out and bought the CD at fucking Best Buy. Took my grandma to go buy this for me at Best Buy when I was like a freshman in high school or sophomore. And I remember we got back to my grandparents' house. I put this in my CD player, or put the first Murder Doll CD player in my CD player. Slip My Wrist came on, and that first drum beat came in, and I was instantly hooked on Wednesday 13. And I've just been an absolute huge fucking fan ever since. So when Horrifier came along, I do love this record. It's not my favorite. It's 6 out of 9 for me. You know, it's 6 out of the 9 records, 6B.
Oof.
But I do love this record. It's definitely one of his more heavier records. He's ditched a lot of the camp, which is fine. I mean, he still makes good heavy music. But I mean, on a surface level, that's my first impression on this record. What's your first impression on Horrifier?
What did your grandparents think when you bought this shit? Like, did they say anything? Do you have any memories of them? Like what the fuck is this?
So the original album cover to that first Murder Dolls record, it wasn't like offensive. It was just like a doll like on a table, like being like having surgery. It was like it's a really stupid album cover. It's a terrible album cover. So it doesn't look offensive. I just kind of explained, Murder Dolls, it's like a joke band. You know, I just kind of explained it away. Oh, don't worry about the parental advisory. My mom's okay with that.
Oh yeah.
Which she wasn't, which I did get in trouble for buying that CD, when I was a sophomore in high school. Come on, dude. I was fucking 15 and you're worried about a parental advisory sticker.
We were slinging F-bombs and fucking like all throughout high school.
We're slinging a lot of shit.
Worse.
Yeah, a whole lot worse. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So that's how I got away with it. And I bought a lot of CDs I wasn't allowed to get through my grandparents because they didn't care.
Hell
or
yeah.
I was able to convince them otherwise. But anyway, yeah. What's your first impressions on Horrifier? That's what we're doing. We're not doing Murder Dolls.
We I don't remember what it was, but we had talked about. I think we talked about "It's a Good Day to Be a Bad Guy," right? That was like the first single.
Yeah, it was the first song that came out. Yeah,
and then I think Horrifier came out after that, and both of those songs were actually, yeah, these are fucking good. But "It's a Good Day to Be a Bad Guy," like that was the one that really, like, that's a pop punk song through and through. It's just heavier.
Yeah.
But damn, it's so fucking catchy, and it has every little trick that I love about pop punk in there. And I was hooked. I was really hooked, and I was really intrigued, and I ended up listening to the record. I think I listened to it one time, and I was like, you know what? If this is even like, because this is back when I was buying like records, I don't care. And I was like, if this is even like remotely good, if this is even like a 1.5 or above, I'm gonna fucking buy this because, like, A, it'll surprise Tyler, and B, that song is fucking amazing, and I'll happily listen to 20 minutes of bullshit to get to that song, because I think that is his best song. That's my favorite song by him.
I mean, it's a really, really good song. I think it's one of his best solo songs. Top 10.
It's unreal.
Top 10
he
solo
could do
songs.
a song like that this late in his career after having done a lot of, at least like decent pop punk stuffs.
Yeah, and fun thing to note about this record, a lot of the more modern Wednesday 13 records, he co-writes several of the songs with Roman, the other guitar player in the band, and this song, "Good Day to Be a Bad Guy," is solely written by Wednesday. And he throws it back to the Fang Bang era, man. He throws it back to the pop punk, the catchier, the campier shit. I mean, the lyrics are just fucking ridiculous. And yeah, like you said, it's so much fun to sing. I just love how good of a throwback song this is. And it's crazy to me that you didn't like songs like Bad Things more than, because you didn't even bring up that song. And I thought you'd really like that song, considering you like "Good Day to Be a Bad Guy." It's very much in the same vein. Like, kind of, it's a revenge song. The lyrics are so outrageous. It's catchy as hell. I was surprised you didn't even bring that song up.
Yeah, well.
But anyway. So yeah, I mean, so there's your first impressions from both of us. But yeah, "Good Day to Be a Bad Guy." Obviously, that's my 1B. That's your 1B as well, right?
Good boy.
Yeah. And do you have any stinkers on this one?
I do not have any stinkers. They are not all bangers, though.
They're all bangers to me, but that's okay.
What? The 9 records or fucking 6 records deep, and you're listing, and they're all bangers.
Yes.
Bro.
I'm telling you, man, he makes good music.
Oh, my God. Even the intro?
The intro's it's a good intro.
It's a banger.
Yeah, I clumped that together with the first song. Yeah. That's true, dude. Well,
okay.
It is. But, yeah, so "Good Day to Be a Bad Guy." I mean, I don't know what else do we have to say about it. It's a good revenge song, and it's so much goddamn fun.
Like that fucking lead part, dude, that's
follows that melody so well.
That's basic. That's basic shit.
So
that
basic.
Is elementary. That is fucking Dude Ranch. That is high school. That's bogus. It's silly. but it's perfect. It calls for it. The song calls for it. And the song is called "It's a Good Day to Be a Bad Guy," but he sings like it's a good day to be a fucking bad guy because you need that extra couple syllables in there, and like that's just good songwriting, dude. Because he could just put "Good Day to Be a Fucking Bad Guy" in the song title, and that would be fine. Like nobody would care, right? Nobody would bat an eye. But when it gets into it and you hear him say "Be a fucking bad guy," like it's. I don't know. I get to be so excited. I get so excited.
Yeah,
like,
I do too.
Oh my God. I think that's what it is. I just get really excited listening to this fucking song.
And what I love about that part too is that he doesn't sound pissed off when he says it. He just says it like it's an everyday thing. It's so nonchalant. It's a good day to be a fucking bad guy. Like it's not. I just love that there's no real anger. This is just how he is, and he's just always pissed off. He always wants to get his revenge. I fucking love it. I love it for that.
Perfect song. And yeah, the song's just about being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like today, I'm going to make a conscious decision to be a douchebag. That's it. And I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the shtick aside or whatever, but aside from one song, I think it was just one song. I only have notes for one song that wasn't just part of like the overall aesthetic, but everything is just face value. Fun, cute, fun, face value.
Exactly. I agree. Like I don't think you should ever really look into his lyrics too much. I mean, I did notice going through the lyrics on this record, I feel like a lot of the songs could be like, and it could also be a reference to like, you know, a girl, like his emotions, you know, a breakup song or whatever. But the way he kind of dresses it up to make it very campy and fun and just over the top. And I like that. He just doesn't take himself seriously lyrically. And that's just one thing I've always loved about him. It's just how catchy his songs are and how he doesn't take the lyrics seriously. It's just straight fun, straight up fucking fun.
So good.
Yeah, it really, really is.
It's a perfect song. You got oi-ois in there.
I was just gonna about to bring those up too.
Yeah. Like
oi oi. Went with the chugging guitars too in that pre-chorus.
God, this entire album is just like one big chug. It really is. Like from start to finish, he just fucking never stops. Like Judd over here, just fucking chugging the whole time. I love it.
And see, I mean, I guess it is a criticism of some of his more modern records, like the Live with the last 10 years since this lineup of the band from 2011 until now. Is that it's just a lot of it is chuggy guitars. A lot of it, there's not as much nuance in the music as there was prior to the Murder Dolls reunion in 2010. But it's fine. I mean, it's still really good. But I just kind of want to see more of a throwback to the Fang Bang, to the early Murder Dolls, FDQ, and shit like that. The chugging's great though. I really, really do love the chugging too.
I guess without like listening to the Murder Doll stuff for me and the FDQ stuff either. I mean, I don't think anything that he's done as Wednesday 13 had a lot of nuance to it. It was all pretty straightforward.
It's just like good punk music. like we talk about, I mean, I know it's not fair to compare him to like, you know, Black Flag or, you know, Misfits or Gorilla Biscuit, like things like that. But I mean, it's still pretty it's just as straightforward as those bands, those songs. It's just as catchy, if not catchier than those bands and those songs. It's just, I think what turns people off is his voice. And I know that turns you off.
It's the fucking worst. It's the worst part of this thing. But
I think that's one thing that makes him unique. Yes. Otherwise he would just be like another like pop rock horror punk band. Like those like horror punk bands are like a dime a dozen. I mean, there's so many of them. So you got to stand out, and I feel like that's where his vocals come in and really make him stand out on top of the really catchy songs.
I agree. I think the worst part of this band is his voice. It's annoying, but if that wasn't the case, this band wouldn't be anything. Like, who the fuck would care about this, right? Because everything else about it is whatever.
No,
if you took his
still
voice,
think the songs are really good.
No, that's silly boy talk. Fuck no, nah. I compare this band to Guttermouth. Guttermouth is a shtick band, and without Mark and without the way he sings and what he's saying, that band's nothing. Like you listen to a lot of Guttermouth's albums, and if you took like the vocals out entirely, it's plain old people punk. There's nothing exciting about it whatsoever.
That's true. Yeah.
And I think that's what this is. Like this is, you take like his vocals out, and it's just like okay, whatever. These are boring, chuggy songs. I wonder what the vocals.
But also, his music's a little bit more complex and a little bit catchier than Guttermouth. I mean, come on.
Nah,
Come
I don't
on.
think so.
It really is.
I don't think so. Not for sure. Not more complex. No, because I don't think Guttermouth's complex. I don't think these guys are complex.
Well, exactly.
But catchy.
There's not a very
know.
high bar. Not a very high bar. when
Yeah,
it comes to
it's.
Guttermouth
I
and
mean,
complexity.
they're both shtick bands, and that's fine.
I agree. Yeah, they are to an extent.
But Wednesday 13's fucking vocals are the worst, and the worst part of this group, and the only thing that makes this group even like worthwhile.
I mean, he is like pretty much the sole songwriter. Always has been since like 1993. But
It's just like,
with
dude,
a few
you can't
songwriting, other
even
songwriting
like. Can you write one song where you don't sound like that? Like just one? Can you give us one? Nah, I can't do that.
I will say though, when I saw him last week, dude, his voice, he sounds perfect. Like perfect in the sense that he sounds just like the record. He could still hit those high fucking screams. He could hit the lower guttural stuff. I was honestly very, very impressed with his vocal performance. He can hit a lot of the highs and a lot of the lows that a lot of singers can't do. I mean, regardless of whether or not you like his voice, he can do quite a bit vocally. He has a lot of character to his voice.
He does have. I'll say okay. He does have a lot of character to his voice. To say that like he has a good voice, I don't know because he doesn't utilize it very often. He likes to stay in that flat range. He likes to stay right in that middle. That makes the band unique, and so I get it. But he does stay in that mid range a lot.
He does. No, you're right. You're right. He'll drop it pretty low, like more modern Wednesday, especially on this record in Necrophase. He'll drop it much lower. Low. Yeah, it is. Horrifier. It's like it's over the top low. But you know, watching him play some of those old Murder Doll songs and Frankenstein Drag Queen songs last week, like a lot of those, there's some high fucking screaming, high singing, and the dude's like mid to late 40s, and he still sounds fucking good. He really, really does. And I wish he would bring back some of that nuance, the dynamic a little bit more on the newer records. And that's honestly why Horrifier is a little bit lower, is because it's pretty much a straight shot. Like, it's not that every song is the same, but you know what you're gonna get. There's not a lot of.
They're all pretty much the same.
Well, that's stupid.
No, like on this album, all these songs like are fucking. They're all mid range. They all start and kind of end the same. Maybe a little bit slower or faster here and there, but it's all pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I want.
It's good, man. It's good. So yeah, Good Day to Be a Bad Guy. Both of our number ones. So what's your 2B? Your 2-banger?
Horrifier, baby.
That's my 2B as well.
Yeah, so
much
fucking
fun
good.
to sing.
Dude, this fucking chug is the best. This chug is like the best on the album. One of the best things he's ever done. It reminds me of the intro part
Metallica.
also to Songs for the Deaf, like that.
Yeah,
I don't know, like when Grohl's hitting those like drum beats and it's coming in the.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that.
I can hear that. It's in the end. To me, I hear a lot of Metallica chugging. I really hear a lot of that on this record, more so than his other records. A lot of Metallica kind of chugging, a lot of downstrokes, especially in the verses. But that pre-chorus, man, even before he gets to the part where he says Horrifier. The pre-chorus, and I guess kind of chorus too, it's long, but it's fucking catchy, man. He has a good way of kind of like subtly building into the big Horrifier chorus. He's really good at that. And he does it on like a lot of his like more ballad songs, like on We All Die, on Silver Bullets, off of Calling Out Corpses and stuff like that. Some of the stuff on Fang Bang. He's really good at doing some good subtle building during the pre-choruses that explode in the chorus. So it's good. It's good shit, man. This is a great song.
It's good. I like it a lot. I think it's just good.
That dum 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 dum. I love how like
good mid-range chug.
that kind of the palm muted, the palm muted chugs that match the Horrifier dum 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 dum. Yeah. It's just so elementary, man. It's so elementary, but it's fucking amazing. He fucking pulls it off. He pulls it off so well. Like most bands, you would think, oh, dude, this is fucking lame. This is just like why, why? But for whatever reason, Wednesday he can pull this kind of shit off.
See, like
he's done it so well for decades.
Now I'm gonna like see something nice about this band and shit another band that you love so much, but Like, why can't Ghost be like this? Like, Ghost is a band that has a shtick, and they're fucking garbage compared to, like, Wednesday. Ghost have one good album, and otherwise it's like, dude, that band, Ghost kind of fucking sucks, man. Like, they're really not very good. But Wednesday 13, kind of like same shtick, same commitment to the bit, but, like, why is this good, but Ghost is not good?
I think Ghost is more just, they're more pop friendly. They're more pop rock than anything else. Like, they seem almost like their entire thing shtick is completely, it's all show, but it doesn't seem as genuine as Wednesday. Like Wednesday, like when you read his lyrics and listen to his music, you're like, clearly this guy watches a lot of horror movies. Clearly he loves G.I. Joe. Clearly he loves like stupid action movies. Like the guy is very specific. He seems like a giant fucking dork. When it comes to Ghost, I feel like the music Tobias writes is very kind of derivative of like metal music, but also lyrically, it's like it doesn't come from like a natural place. Like it's not something like he normally. It's not things he likes. It's everything about Ghost is very derivative, and I do love Ghost. I love all their records, but it definitely is derivative metal music. And I think Wednesday is he's too honest. And he just doesn't care. I think he sings about what he wants to, and he just does. He's a fucking giant dork. Like watching interviews with the guy has a whole bedroom in his house dedicated to action figures. He has like every G.I. Joe action figure ever made still in its package, just hanging up on his wall. Like he's so he's just one of those kind of dorks, you know, that just gets super obsessed with shit like that. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem fake.
Well, he's just like the best word to use to describe both Ghost and Wednesday 13 is honest. And I think, I think when Ghost does it, it's disingenuous. It's like, dude, you're putting on a mask and pretending to be a character. When Wednesday does it, even though I don't really particularly like it, I don't think he's putting on a mask. I think he's just being himself. And that's what
I think
it comes off like natural.
He's becoming an exaggerated version of himself. He's still there, but it's obviously exaggerated. With Ghost, I feel like everything is disingenuous. It's all there for show. That's how I feel about Tobias and Ghost. Mind you, I still love the band. I still think their records are amazing. But yeah, Wednesday takes the cake on being a giant dork and just kind of doing what he loves. So
yeah, I respect that.
Anyway.
Even though I don't always like it.
Me too. All right, so Horrifier. Number two. Dude, we're flying through this. Can't believe it.
Again, like the lyrics too. Like, do you want to talk about the lyrics? What do you want to do here?
I mean, Horrifier, it's just about like evil taking over and killing everybody. I kind of like the lyrics on this one. They're just so over the top stupid.
This is not even the most over the top stupid on the album either.
It's not at all. But I just love how he talks about like dismembering and like eating dead bodies, and it's just like, dude. but it's not done in like a gross like way. Like it's just done in such a tongue in cheek, silly way. It's just I can't even explain it. It's just so ridiculous. I love it though.
It's good.
But anyway,
yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Also, did you notice that like how connected they are to like the Bullets and Octane camp?
I saw that they did like some Wikipedia. I saw like links and stuff. So I didn't notice that. But that's about it, I guess. But then you mentioned Ty Smith, right? And then...
Yeah, so like Jack, the guitar player in Wednesday, he's been with Wednesday's solo band since 2011. He was in the second iteration of Murder Dolls on that one record. He played bass on the Murder Dolls record, or he didn't play bass on it, but he played bass on that tour. And Jack was in Bullets and Octane. He was on he wrote and played on the Revelry, which we've talked about on the podcast a lot. He was also on another later Bullets record. And then he joined Wednesday's band. And then Brent, the bass player for Bullets and Octane, played on pretty much every Bullets record. He produced several of Wednesday's records. This particular one, Horrifier, Jack actually produced this record with Wednesday. They co-produced this one, and Brent was the engineer on this one. And I believe Brent mixed this record as well. I know he mixed several of Wednesday's other records, but I'm pretty sure he mixed this one as well. So it's like the Bullets camp are pretty entwined with Wednesday, which is pretty cool too. And it's all because they did one tiny tour together in 2008 or 2009, and that like friendship spawned what Wednesday 13 is now. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool. One tiny little Bullets and Gunfire 76 tour.
A lot of this like makes sense though, because Gene Bullet's very much like Wednesday, very much like Ghost. That's a persona. That's a larger than life persona.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's like in real life, but it seems pretty honest. Like that's probably close to what he wants to become in real life. Mm-hmm. And the music is kind of the same. Like one's just a little bit more aggressive and lyrical content and a lot chuggier, but like Wednesday pretty much just plays rock and roll and pop punk. And that's what like Bullets and Octane is.
Yeah, you're right. You didn't listen to that Gunfire 76 record, right? Yeah, so Wednesday had a one-off record with a guy named Todd Youth who was in Danzig's band for a long time. But so yeah, he did this one-off one record called Gunfire 76, and they did like one tour, and they toured with Bullets and Octane because Gunfire and Bullets and Octane. So that's pretty much why they toured together that one time. And then because of that tour, that's how Jack and Brent got involved, and Sky got involved with Wednesday. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy how that all kind of plays together. And then also with Horrifier, this particular record, this is they wrote and recorded this record when COVID was happening and nobody was leaving their house. So Wednesday actually ended up building. He lives in Burbank, from what I gather. And he ended up building a whole studio at his house during the COVID stuff. And they recorded the entire record at his house in this like one like, you know, like converted garage on the property. They did this entire record at his house. And I thought, damn, dude, for how like big and heavy and just the production of this record, dude, they did it in a fucking garage. And then we get the fucking Blink record, that slick ass fucking product that's done in this big, huge, multi-million-dollar studio.
Who's done like fucking 13 studios.
Exactly. And then you get fucking Wednesday 13 doing this in his garage, and you get this. Like, come on, man. You got to admit, that's pretty fucking impressive. Like, this is sonically, this is a good sounding record.
Because
production-wise, everything. This is a good sounding record.
Because there's not much depth to it.
And same with Blink. There's not a lot of depth there. They spent over a year recording and making that record, and that's what we get. And Wednesday 13 did this in like a couple months.
But even like
just sonically and quality wise, come on, man.
The drumming on this, there's no depth to it. There's no loudness. There's no quiet. It's not even, honestly, it's not even very good. And like the bass doesn't ever really shine through and never like take in the front. It's
except for the last song, but
But this band is just Wednesday Wednesday 13, him, and then the guitar, a chunky guitar.
No,
that's
you're right.
it. Everything else just is like flat, but not flat in a way where it sounds bad. It's just quiet, and there's no dynamics to it.
There's more dynamics to this than the new Blink record.
You know, you're
true though.
Poking the fucking bear.
It's true. I'm not poking.
What you're fucking doing?
But it's true, dude. It's 100% true. My point is, you can still get a great sound out of a record by recording in like a makeshift studio in a fucking garage, the same way you can doing a slick ass studio at Travis's house and fucking.
You know what I don't like about this record is
what?
The snare tone. That's what I don't like.
Okay, all right.
Just kidding.
I mean, I honestly though, I kind of agree with you.
Everybody else and you.
I kind of agree with you. The snare isn't that great on this.
Oh my god.
But it's not as like fucking horrendous as the Blink record.
Dude, ease off. What is going on here? Why are you so feisty all of a sudden?
I'm not feisty. I'm just telling you how it is.
We're not just talking about the Blink record. Now you're all mad at the Blink record for some reason.
You're defending like something that shouldn't be defended.
I'm not even defending it. I'm just wondering why you're so angry about the Blink record.
You're just still wearing your goggles. Your prescription goggles. That's what's
I actually wasn't wearing any Blink goggles at the time. I was supposed to be wearing my prescriptions, but I took them out.
You're cheaters.
Cheaters.
Still gets me. I saw your mom post something a couple weeks ago talking about how she has to use her cheaters.
She said that?
You see that shit? Yeah, like she made like a Facebook post. She's like, she said something like, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, so I got to wear my cheaters or something like
Dude,
that.
Cheaters. It's so good.
It's so fucking funny. And seeing your mom write that on Facebook was so fucking funny.
Can't wait till I need cheaters. I probably need cheaters now, actually.
Dude, I need them so bad. My eyes are fucked.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not talking about...
Anyway, about prescriptions and getting old and boring stuff. We're talking about good stuff. It's Wednesday 13.
Yeah. We're in good season, baby. Come on.
Yeah,
good season.
We thought we were.
Oh my God. You're the worst. Anyway, let's move on. What's your 3B?
Insides Out.
That's my 3B too.
So
damn, dude. The second track, the first track is just an intro, minute-long intro, building up. Let's talk about the intro real quick. Has that like kind of 80s dark synth, kind of Stranger Things thing going on. Michael Myers kind of thing going on. Which is, right up Wednesday's path right there. And then, Insides Out, super heavy, dark, chuggy riff. Honestly, this song sets the stage for the rest of the record, right?
Yeah, I agree. It's like everything's here. Man. The song is fucking dope. It's incredibly sludgy. And that squeal sound, remember like earlier in some of the records, he overused that sound. It's back. Yeah. And he's using it
on Condolences.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like that's like an 80s horror movie, like a 90s horror movie, like a slasher film. That's what they did. That I don't know what you call it, but that squeal sound.
Well, it's also kind of throwing back to Korn, like early Korn records, the first two Korn records, using a lot of like the Halloweeny high pitch, like the super heavy low 7-string guitar, and then really the high pitched thing to kind of the back and forth, the dynamic. But in this song, like the way Roman hits those wahs, those really high wah hits. It's like, it screeches, man. But it's good. It sounds really good. It's just enough screech to not be annoying.
Yeah.
And the way he says, insides out. It's so dumb,
stupid.
Dude. It's so dumb. It's just that screech it's something else, man. It's so good. And then he also kind of sings into like that deeper, kind of more threatening tone. And he's just kind of like trudging along, like some like super sludgy, and then it drops into that chorus, the insides out. It's so good. I
also get like a lot of CKY vibes from this song and just like this album in general. Okay. Just that kind of like, I don't know, that kind of like sludgier, softer thing. And I wish CKY were a little bit more
less complex, just less complex riffs,
Yeah. And just I wish CKY were a little more fun like this. Because, this is fun. Even the records I don't like are still fun, but I wish CKY was more fun.
Me too.
Yeah, no, it's a good song. And like later on with those double bass parts, like that was a cool part.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there.
Ominous.
Otherwise, like, drumming wise, I don't think there's anything too fancy. But really, the Wednesday, his solo stuff isn't known. The drumming isn't like a key part of the songs.
He's got
Murder Dolls, that's different.
So that's all right.
Well, that's stupid.
Oh.
But, yeah. So what do you got lyrically on this one?
It's about cutting open his lover to expose their insides.
Yeah, just about slowly killing someone who wronged him. That's what it is. It's pretty graphic stuff. You
don't always like hear what he's saying though. Like,
no.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't read the lyrics like the first time I listened to it, and like I pick up on things here and there. And the Insides Out part obviously was easy to pick up on. But after reading the lyrics, like, damn, bro, that is what you're saying. That's pretty. Well, that's something. And now I take this knife, and with it, I'll take your life. Like, okay, well, those are words.
Pretty dark stuff. Pretty dark stuff. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. 3B.
All right. 3B. So what's your 4?
Scroll down. Christine, Fury in the Night.
Christine. Yeah, this is my 5B.
Oh.
Yeah. So what do you got on this one? Based off of Stephen King.
Just fuck yeah. Like, we just have another chug song. That's what I want.
Yeah.
And I love these like punker chug songs. And that's what this is. And it's incredibly fun. And I just imagine like a live show of this would just be absolutely wild. And like, I don't think I've ever gone to a Wednesday show, but I imagine like a Wednesday show, there's just no. It's not like going to a NoFX show. Like NoFX show is 80% fun, 20% fucking white supremacist douchebags. I feel like a Wednesday 13 show is just 100% fun. Everybody's there. Because like, why would you go? Like you don't want to do a Wednesday 13 show if you're a douchebag, right?
No, you're right. Like Wednesday 13 shows it's just a bunch of like dorks. Everybody knows every word to every song. Everybody's singing along. There's not a ton of moshing. It's just more like everybody's just kind of like entranced by the music. It's a weird, Wednesday shows are a weird experience for sure. Like when I saw him last week, it was a sold out show at the Whiskey. And there were pits every once in a while, but it wasn't like going to a normal punk show or even like a normal metal show. It was more just everybody just wanted to be there to sing along to the songs, and just everyone was smiling, having a good time. So that was really cool. It's a very happy experience going to a Wednesday show. I will say that.
I do think you
but
need
not
like
in
a
punk sense.
higher tolerance for this movie. Not this music. So like if you're kind of an asshole, I think just the music in general will turn you off. So you have to.
Yeah.
You have to kind of be like a nerd or a freak or something at heart to enjoy this kind of thing.
But man, dude, I realize we're close to Halloween when I went to the show, but every Wednesday show I've been to, people really do dress up to go to these shows, like the makeup, the clothes, and it's just like I kind of wonder, like at this age, like are you still going out as much like this? Like are you every day? Are you putting on all this makeup? Are you dressing up like this every day? I'm kind of curious, like in our mid-30s now, if all these people I've always seen at these shows dress like this outside of the shows, but because it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work dressing like that, and I don't know.
A lot of pressure too.
Yeah, true.
Like, are you gonna dress up tomorrow?
No.
Well, I guess you don't go anywhere.
I don't.
You work from home, right? So
most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, I usually I just have a wig I throw on, so I'll probably throw on a wig when I go to work. But I don't know. I feel like if you're, it's Halloween.
Oh, because it's Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck else would I be talking about?
I don't know what you were talking about. I have no idea what you were talking about at first, but now I understand.
Yeah, it's because it's Halloween. Like if I don't know, if you're an adult and you don't dress up on Halloween, then I truly do think you're a monster.
I'm a fucking monster. I hate dressing up.
I think that's fucking bong. Like at least put an eye patch on or something. Do something fucking fun. It's come on.
Unless I have kids, like I'm not gonna. I don't care.
That's something.
What do you mean that's something?
Like why can't one day a year, dude? Like Halloween it's not just for kids, it's for everybody. And as a society we've made it okay, and it's like just dress up one day a year. Be somebody that you wanted to be or you don't want to be. Just be somebody else.
I've never, even as a kid, I never liked dressing up.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you the way that you are?
I did dress up for a party last weekend though. I went to a Halloween party last weekend. I dressed up as a skeleton.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
fucking skeleton.
Basic bitch.
Dude,
that's the most I've dressed up for Halloween in probably 10 years. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that's fun. So,
it's not for me, man. Not for me.
Well,
but
sometimes it's not all about you. It's about other people.
Well, it's also about me.
Well, it's always about you.
The
Halloween should be about other people.
Revolves around me, but it revolves around me.
You're part of a society. If everybody dresses up, everybody has a good time, then it brings morale up. It brings human civilization morale up.
Debatable. Anyway, back to Christine, Fury in the Night. This is based off of a Stephen King novel called Christine, about like a teenage kid. I never read the book, but I just read a quick synopsis. He like falls in love with his car, and then his car like has its own, like takes over and kills people, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I think there was even a movie made about it in like the 80s or something.
Yeah, I read the book.
Okay, now I know.
Nah, I didn't read the book. Sloan likes the movie and maybe he watched the movie, so. I know how to read. I choose not to.
Debatable. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, this is like a heavier, faster song as well. It really just kind of like drives along really well with that beat. The lead guitar, super, super solid. Goes along with the menacing vocals really well as well. This is it's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
I like the lead guitar parts. Keeps it interesting. That's kind of like the first time in the album where we really get really squirrely lead guitar parts.
Yeah, definitely. You also get like this kind of like non-traditional kind of catchy chorus as well. Like it's almost, I don't want to say a spoken word, but it's like a very subtle melody, but it's very, very catchy for some reason. I like it. It's a good song.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What's your 4B?
My 4B is what song is it? It's Return to Haddonfield, the sequel. The sequel song. You don't like this one?
Well, I thought I would have been fine because my 5B is You're So Hideous. So if your 4B was You're So Hideous,
You're So Hideous, my 6B.
Okay, all right.
Mind you, there's only 11 songs, so we're almost done. But where does Return to Haddonfield sit for you?
This is my least favorite song on the album.
No shit. Are you stupid?
Yeah. This is just, dude, this is too aggressively cheesy. And I get it. It's not just
That's
like...
the point.
It's a throwback to like the early Haddonfield track that he had.
Yes.
But, like, oh my God, dude. Yeah, another song about fucking Halloween. That's just what society needs. Low-hanging fruit.
About the movie Halloween, the lore. It's the Return to Haddonfield. Yeah. Yes, Haddonfield was a song he wrote about, the movie Halloween and Michael Myers and shit.
And that was one of my biggest
Bang
bangers.
record. I know, it's a great fucking song. And that was on Fang Bang. So this is the sequel to that song. And even in the chorus, it's kind of like a little bit of an interpolation of the chorus in the first Haddonfield song. So I like he uses some of the same lyrics. The melody is pretty similar too. It's a great fucking throwback. A great sequel. I don't say throwback. A great sequel to the first Haddonfield
it's
song.
Fine.
You're fucking crazy, man. You're crazy.
It's fine.
But I mean, solid lead, man. Following that chorus and that vocal melody, it's so good, man. And then it gets super chuggy and nasty sounding during the verses. How can you not like this song?
And like the way he says Haddonfield too, right? Like he's like being all spooky about it. Haddonfield.
He's a spooky guy.
Oh my God, dude. Too old for this now. Listen to fucking guy who like won't dress up on Halloween because he's too cool for school, but listen to Haddonfield. You can't see my fingers, but I'm doing spooky fingers right now.
Spooky fingers. I'm not too cool to listen to Wednesday 13. Come on.
Dude, you're such a fucking poser.
Come on. But also the solo is really cool too. It's like a short and sweet solo. Nothing too flashy. There's some cool little like pig squeals, some little pinch harmonics there. But I mean, overall, it's just fucking solid solo. I love how he didn't church it up too much. So
it's
really good.
It's good. It's a good solo.
It's fucking fantastic.
Oh, it's a good solo.
Okay. So Return to Haddonfield is my 5, right?
That was your 5 or 4.
No, it was my 4. My 4. Yeah. My 5 was Christine. Your 5 was You're So Hideous, right?
Yes, sir.
This is a good one too. So what do you got on this one?
Dude, first of all, I love this song because it's so rude. Like that's what I like about this the most.
It is really rude,
and it's just like even before reading the lyrics, you can hear him say these things like, "Damn, man, you're kind of an asshole. Like, why are you so aggressively mean?" But it's cool because I like this slower pacing, right? This like halftime stuffs compared to all the other songs that are just immediately fast. But then like I don't want a whole song of that. And this one's perfect because it drops back into the fun thing that I want, the fun chug. That's what I want. That's all I need.
Yeah, it's a pretty mid-tempo song, and the chorus hits so fucking hard with that catchy lead and him just saying, "You're so hideous, so hideous." Like it, just the word "hideous" is just—it's so offensive.
That's a very disrespectful way to call someone. Like you can call somebody ugly all day. You call them hideous, and that hurts.
Yeah, that's really. It's a really cutting insult for sure.
Nobody uses it.
Yeah, nobody, unless it's like you're absolutely disgusted with anything. You just don't use that word hideous.
That's a good word. Let's bring it back.
But like lyrically, to me, it's him talking about like just somebody like a girl who's just so beautiful, but her personality is it's hideous. It's gross. She tears everyone down and she destroys everyone around her in relationships, but she's just beautiful. So people let it happen. But I love how he just like talks about her character, her personality as being hideous.
Yeah.
That's man, that's just, it is offensive. It really is.
It's good. I mean, I agree with you on that one because he says your looks that kill got you so obsessed.
Yeah.
Like that line is just like your looks that could kill, right? A good looking person got you so obsessed, got me so obsessed over you, but like you're the fucking worst person I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. It's a good song though.
Good song. It's a good song.
Man, I really just going back to that lead guitar too, the way it just kind of plays under him saying "you're so hideous" it's just so cutting, lyrically, vocally, musically with that lead guitar. It's just such a cutting fucking chorus, such a cutting line, really. But it's a good one, man. "You're so hideous" from the Wednesday 13s.
That was actually my last B.
That was your last B? Okay.
I have Hell Is Coming. That one's like super goddamn close to a B because there's a lot of things that I love about this song, but then there's some shit that I fucking can't stand. So that was almost
That's my
a B.
9B. That's my 9B.
I got like
it's
super
definitely
like
a slower
Sabbath vibes there, like Master of Reality sounding shit on that one.
Yeah, see, I get a ton of stoner rock kind of vibes or feels to this one. I think honestly, "Hell Is Coming" is the heaviest song on the record too. It's definitely not the catchiest, but it's menacing, heavy, stoner rock, kind of trudges along. It's reminds me a little of Pantera as well. Like the more menacing Pantera, not like the kind of, not the glossy kind of Pantera you hear, but definitely I don't know. "Hell's Coming" it's a good song though. He's just pissed at everyone. He wants his revenge and he just wants to make it painful for everyone.
So being a vengeful bitch. Like it.
I like it too. Love the straightforward lyrics.
Bitch. That's fine.
Love the straightforward lyrics.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, I think the only other song to talk about is "The Other Side" because this song, it's the outlier. It's my least favorite song on the record, but it's the most heartfelt song because this whole album was dedicated to Joey Jordison, who died in 2021, and obviously without Joey, Wednesday would not have a career. Like when I saw him last week, he said straight up, this show is dedicated to Joey and Ben Graves, who Ben Graves was the original drummer for Murder Dolls, and he died in 2018. And he said, so the whole show was dedicated to them. The whole tour was. And but he said if it wasn't for Joey, he'd have no career. He would be nowhere in life if Joey hadn't called him, because he was working, because at the time Wednesday was working at Kmart. He had put out like the 4 or 5 FTQ records, and he was playing like a little punk band called The Rejects, and working at Kmart in North Carolina. And out of nowhere, Slipknot was on top of the world after Iowa. And Joey all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, out of the blue, calls Wednesday 13 at home, leaves him a not even a voicemail, but a message on his answering machine, old school answering machine, saying, "I love your music and Frankenstein Drag Queens. I'd love to work together. Let's do something." And Wednesday said that was like that phone call changed his entire life.
Well, yeah, dude, what the fuck?
It's fucking insane, right?
Like one of the biggest rock drummers of the time right now. Like leaves you a random voicemail at home for your little fucking rinky dink operation in North Carolina.
Yeah, and apparently Joey found like a CD like randomly, I think he was like in Europe or something, and he came across the CD like with some cool artwork, so he checked it out, and it happened to be Frankenstein Drag Queens, and that's how he discovered Wednesday, and the rest is history. Yeah, fucking wild, right?
That's crazy. Yeah,
but yeah, without Joey, Wednesday would have, he would have no career whatsoever, I believe. So he needed that. He needed that catapult.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he needed that catapult. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, the whole show was dedicated to Joey, and this song, "The Other Side," is about seeing him on the other side, missing him, wishing that they toward the end they had a better relationship, that they had talked more, and this and that. So yeah, it's a really sad song.
There's a lot of like regret in this song. And it was weird. It was weird, especially this week, because I'd never paid attention to the lyrics until this week. And reading them, I was like, God damn, what the fuck? Like, this is sad. I had to know it was about Joey, so that was makes sense. Though.
Yeah,
it was sad.
Yeah, it's about Joey. Yeah, and just because Murder Dolls reformed in 2010. They did that one record. Just Wednesday and Joey did that one record. They did the tour, which I dragged Tammy to at the Glass House, and then they did that tour, and then that was it. And then after that, Joey and Wednesday, they didn't speak to each other until like 2019. Wednesday was on tour, and Joey had been out of Slipknot for years. Completely, just kind of was doing his own thing in the metal world. And then Wednesday, the band was just going through Iowa, through Des Moines, and they decided to reach out to Joey as a hangout. And that was the last time he saw him. It was like late 2019 when Wednesday was on tour, and then he died in 2021. So, yeah.
Why did they stop talking? They mad or just life? It's
just life. No hard feelings. It was just like after the first Murder Dolls breakup in 2004, it wasn't a bad split. It was just like that's it. We did what we needed to do. Let's kind of do our own thing now. And then for 6 years, that's how it was. Then they got back together and did the second Murder Dolls record in 2010. And then the same thing happened. They just kind of went their separate ways. And then all this shit happened with Joey with his disease, and he got fired from Slipknot. And then that spiral into the stuff that Joey did. And then, so they never really reconnected until 2019, right before he died.
You know, and that
sad
makes
stuff, but
that makes like the Blink record a little bit more special too, because Mark could be dead. This record could not have happened. That is quite possible, but it did, and they got back together. So I think that's something to celebrate. That's something to be excited for. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop hating it so much.
Yeah, because look at this. I agree. Because look at this. I mean, they had always talked about doing another Murder Dolls record, during the hiatuses, but they're like, we just have to make sure our schedules line up, and we'll do another Murder Dolls record. But then Joey died, and it never happened. So, yeah,
brutal.
Yeah, and the death of Joey Jordison, sad shit, man. The one of the few celebrities that, man, dude, that shit that hit me hard, celebrity wise. But yeah, Rupert's in here. He's in here.
Fucking Ruben.
Frantic. Because he wants to hang out with me. He wants to hang out with me. He's been in here the whole time.
He's afraid of the vacuum.
He's afraid of the vacuum, Jeff said. Jeff said he's afraid of the vacuum. Yeah, he is. That's why he's in here. But yeah, so that's what that song was about, the other side. And then what do you think of the artwork? Kind of like, I guess we could just kind of wrap it up. I mean, this is a short episode, like not even an hour in.
And that's not like a testament to how shitty this record is, or
it's
him.
Not shitty.
It's just there's not a lot here. Come on, honestly, is there a lot here really though?
Like had we done like Fang Bang, or had we done Transylvania, dude, I could go for hours.
What would you talk about though?
Dude, I could talk about every single song. I would break down every single one of those songs.
But we would just say the same thing. We'd say, I like the chuggy part of this. I like how this is pop punk. You wouldn't say like, I like how. No, get the fuck out of here.
No, I'd bring more to the table. But Horrifier is also like very new. I'm not as familiar with it as I am with other records. I do love the record, and like I told you before, I'd be down to do any Wednesday record. But I don't think it holds the depth that Transylvania and Fang Bang and some of his other records have. Like if we did Monsters of the Universe, we can go down the conspiracy rabbit holes and all that kind of shit.
Oh, so we're just talking about things outside of Wednesday 13. That's cool.
No, because it's all related to Wednesday, but that's fine.
I like the artwork. I do. I dig it.
I think this is like one of the best pieces of artwork he's done for an album cover. It's so rad. Like that kind of Dracula castle look with like the blood moon behind it, and then his face is like on the gate or something like that.
Yeah. The big tall bridges. Just like it looks, I don't know. It looks like the hero in the front right there, right? Or the person on the horse. Like it's just a cool, like gothic looking piece of art.
Yeah, it's like one of those super detailed kind of like oil paintings too. Like, damn, dude, it's fucking killer. I love this album artwork. I forgot the guy who did it. I don't know why. I don't have it in front of me, but yeah, no, the artwork is absolutely killer. The colors too. It's like the mostly black with like the reds and pinks, and it's a killer album cover for sure.
Pretty good. Pretty good. And the fucking deluxe vinyl edition came with a Ouija board.
Yeah.
I wish I would have bought, but I didn't know if I liked
The red.
album
I
at
think
the
it was like
time.
a red and black, red, white and black splatter as well. Not just like just the typical black vinyl.
Yeah. The pictures of it looks amazing.
It looks fucking rad.
And
I would have
Ouija
bought it too,
board.
but it was like $30. It was like $30 more than the standard edition.
Yeah, well, now it's like
Come on.
$80 or 100 or something.
I know it's stupid. But
Yep.
anyway, let's give
All
our
right.
let's give our final thoughts on this record, and then rate it based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So what do you got? Go.
Much like my favorite Guttermouth album, Musical Monkey, it's one dimensional. There's not much to Musical Monkey. If you don't like the way he sings, what he's singing about, then the record is flat and boring. But I like it. So I get why you like this. I get why people like this stuff, because it's really no different, right? It's a one dimensional thing, and if you like that one thing that he does, like, you fucking love that one thing that he does. And this just happened to be I don't know. It all has to do with, it's a good day to be a bad guy, because I think if that song had not come out, had I not attached myself to that song, we probably wouldn't be doing this, and it would be tough to even get me to do this at all ever, because I don't hate this band, even though I make fun of them a lot. I just don't think there's a lot here. There's not a lot here for me. So this one was fun because it was chuggy, and it was just, that's what I'm into right now. Like, ever since like Acid Mammoth and the pandemic, like, I've been really into like the stoner rock and the sludge stuff and the doom metal, and it's just, that's what I'm into right now. That's why Master Reality is my favorite Sabbath album at the time, or at the moment. So I like this album. That's not to say that it's not one dimensional, because I think it is. I think it's superficial and there's not much depth there. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
No. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I give it 2.5.
Damn.
Yeah. I think it's 2.5. I have a lot of fun with this, and I really do. I
Oh
really
my
do have fun
God.
with this. And even if you took out A Good Day to Be a Bad Guy, I still think I'd rate this like 2.25, 2.3. Because I do like these other songs. And even that last song, that ballad shit. Like, dude, the bass line's
other
fucking
side.
sick in that one.
It
Oh, yeah,
is.
the other
When
side.
when that verse drops,
Yeah.
dude, that bass line in that verse is fucking killer.
And like, what better way to like end your album than like, yeah, we have, like, just so you guys know, we do have a bass player, and here he is on the saddest fucking song. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like
What also, which I didn't bring up with the other side, but so that's like more of like a softer kind of, so just a different kind of song that Wednesday would normally write. And one of Joey's favorite songs that Wednesday ever did was Welcome to the Strange, which was on the first Murder Dolls record, but he had also kind of done a version of that with FTQ, and that was his favorite song. And that Welcome to the Strange is a completely different sounding song than anything on that Murder Dolls record, for sure. It's just a very, very different song. And also Paul from Slipknot, before Paul died, that was also his favorite Murder Dolls song, was Welcome to the Strange. And when I saw Wednesday last week, he dedicated that song to both of them. And then I think the other side is also in the same vein as Welcome to the Strange. And I think that was intentional, knowing that Welcome to the Strange is one of Joey's favorite songs. So that's why he wrote a song similar to it. And I think it was all intentional. And I really do think that's super rad.
I think it's incredible that like Joey, who's like clearly in the same mindset as Wednesday, just saw artwork, right? Like I think the same reason I saw Turnstile and thought that was cool. Like something drew him to this Wednesday artwork, and they instantly became like best friends or whatever it was, and made a lot of music together. And I don't know, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
That's some like weird like fucking, I don't know, third eye kind of shit, right? Like a different plane, man.
Yep.
2.5.
All right, so you gave it 2.5. My final thoughts on Horrifier. I mean, this is definitely not my favorite Wednesday record. I do really like it. I think it's great. I think it's a lot of the chugging stuff, a lot of the stuff that I I think he does well, but it's not my favorite part of his music. And that's why it's ranked 6 out of 9 on his on the album scale. But there's some good shit here. Good Day to Be a Bad Guy, like you said. That's an absolute banger. It's a top 10 Wednesday song overall.
Top 10?
Top 10. Between like over all of the Wednesday catalog. You know, Murder Dolls, FDQ, Maniac, solo stuff. Like this is like it's a top 10 song for sure.
He has 9 songs that are potentially better than that one.
Oh, dude, of course.
So.
And don't push it. This I might push it to like top 20. Keep it up. Keep it up. but no, I really do love this record. I love the sentimental aspect of it with the dedicating it to Joey, the artwork. I think as an overall package, I think it's awesome. And I love Wednesday 13. I don't care. I will continue to see him until he stops playing shows. I will. I just absolutely, he's one of my favorite musicians of all time, hands down. I love his music.
I forgot to tell you what David, the other half of Desert Blues record, said.
What did he say? I know he hated it.
Oh yeah, and this whole week I've been listening to like a lot of Wednesday, and then I've been throwing some Fleetwood Mac in there. Spoilers, but the Wednesday stuff, I was listening to it, and then Renee came in to visit or drop something off. I don't remember what it was, but I think I was on Condolences, actually, because I remember distinctively. And she's like, "Oh, I kind of like this." And I was like, "Really? You like this?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Why? It's fucking boring, dude." And Dave was like, "You don't like this?" I said, "No, this is stupid." He's like, "Oh, I thought you did like this, because I was wondering why the fuck you're playing this shit the whole time." I was like, and then he was like, "Oh, it's for the podcast, huh?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, does Tyler like it?" I said, "Yeah, he loves this shit, dude." Like, oh, now it makes sense.
Also, David, your partner at Desert Grooves Records, all he listens to is like obscure fucking psychedelic folk music from the 1960s or brand new. So, I mean, come on. Come on.
So funny.
Or some obscure fucking jazz, fucking independent release. Or what's that fucking called? Not the independent release. What
private
was it called?
Press?
Private, like some private press that nobody's ever heard of. That's the kind of shit
they
he
made
likes.
6 of them.
So yeah, that's what David likes. No offense. I think David's really cool, but he has, I have better taste in music. That's what it comes down to.
You got something. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's true too, I guess. But anyway, yeah, Horrifier. I'm gonna give this I'll give this a 2. I give this a 2.5 out of 3. 2.5 out of 3.
That means 8 other records are at least 2.5 or better.
My least favorite Wednesday 13 record is a 2.25, and that's Condolences. Everything else after Condolences is 2.5 and higher. Most of them are 3 out of 3. Just saying.
So he's got 9 records, right?
Yeah.
So most of them, that's 5 records. So 5 records are 3 out of 3.
Correct. And both Murder Dolls records are 3 out of 3. All the FDQ releases, all 5 of them are 3 out of 3s.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's true. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules.
You don't make the rules, but you sure don't abide by them. You make a mockery of the fucking grade point system, and that's why people don't respect our grade point system. That's why it's not worldwide yet. It's because you think it's a joke. I take it very seriously.
No, I think it's because it's too advanced for people's minds. They can't wrap their heads around it yet. We're getting there, though. We've converted quite a few people to the 3-point rating system.
Or I guess to like rearrange my grade point here for a neighbor who doesn't like our specific one. I give this record a 250 out of 300.
Fucking Phil, man. Fucking Phil. I'm gonna have to have a stern talking to him next month when I go out there to Arizona.
Big Woody.
About that. Anyway, let's. I'm good. Are we good?
Yeah,
Wednesday
I was good before
Horrifier?
we fucking started, to be honest. But yeah, we're good.
All right. Honestly, this is the shortest episode we've ever done for an album of the week, but that's okay. Great fucking album, great band. Love this shit. Thank you all for listening, and that's it. That's all. Just will.